Aloha. Thank you for being here. I was feeling very melancholy today, and yeah, so there was a special deck, this Native Spirit deck, that wanted to come out to assist in the melancholiness. There's definitely a variety of reasons, and it's all fine, right? Honoring what needs to be honored today. And for me, there's no words for that. Mahalo Keakua. And aloha wa'aiaoi. It's okay to not always speak, to be in the presence of spirit. Words don't need to be spoken at all times. Card is nature spirits. Forests and wind, air, trees, earth, grass, dirt, rocks, plants and flowers. I had a call coming through, so hopefully it's still recorded. There's so many elements that can speak to us at all times. There's always something to listen to tune into when we ourselves are quiet. Spirit never stops speaking to us in subtle ways, not with words. You may interpret it with words at times. The feeling on your skin, the scent in the air, what you're seeing with your eyes, what you're feeling with your fingers and with your body. I'm going to open it up to the nature spirits. So this is the card interpretation, okay? Completely different of how I'm feeling today. So it's going to switch me on. Card meaning joy, delight, peaks of carefree abandon, living wildly, magically, and free. Okay. Woo! Living wild, magically, and free. Yeah, you can still tune into spirit that way, right? And nature is fun and joyful, and we can just accept it and alchemize all of it. Be open to the wonders of the universe flooding into your life. Innocence and delight are abounding. Happiness is on its way. 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 It's like what we cultivate within us, right? I mean, it even makes me want to take my bun down, my melancholy bun. All right, there we go, there's the hair. I'll probably change out of the black dress, but you know, it's all good too. I'm gonna finish reading this because I feel like we need to. Your native spirit wants you to know almost every indigenous culture recounts stories of fairies and nature spirits, or often called little people, menehunes, etc. Although some of the fairies act in protection of their wildlands and should be treated with care and respect, most often they bring blessings and delight to all in their realm. If this nature spirit card chooses you, then welcome to a wellspring of joy and magic. Yeah. Beneath the surface, mystical interventions are occurring in your life. Relax and all is well. The journey, even taking a few moments of stillness in the natural world, can help you attune to the world of the little people and nature spirits. If you see a small flash of light or a movement of a leaf on a windless day, these are often signs that the wee folk are near. The nature spirits, however you want to interpret that. Joy and magic. Yeah, I'll take that. I love that. That's how I'm feeling. I mean, you witnessed it right there. There was a joyful, magical transformation. And then one more before we go, healing with the angels. It's funny because these two decks hadn't been touched in quite some time, and so they were really happy to be called out today. They called me to call them out, but I could have ignored my guidance, right? And could have been like, no, I'm gonna use the spirit animals, which I did actually earlier for myself, but these wanted to come out. You know, if you have something, use it, and if you don't, use it. If you don't like bring your energy to it, then part with it and somebody else can. So only keep what you need. Is this the angels card that wants to come out? Let's see. We'll just say, what is a message that someone on the other end of this beautiful transmission would love to hear right now? All right. Freedom. Freedom. Here we go. Here's freedom. And she has her tatas out, which is wonderful because that's a wonderful, wonderful act of freedom. And then here's the nature spirits. But yeah, because who's trying to keep us covered? It's a whole nother topic for a whole nother day. But freedom, and we'll just read what these angel cards have written about freedom. Freedom. Freedom, right? Freedom reigns. Like, we're all put here as free beings. Let's like always remember that. And appreciate the freedoms that we have. I'm sure I'll get some lashback for that. But our souls are free, is what I'm meaning. Even if we're born into a situation, an enslavement of any type, our souls are still free. They will be free when we're no longer in this physical body. freedom. Let's come back to joy and magic and freedom. Yay! The angels guide you to freely express your true thoughts and feelings with love. Right? Because I was even just like, well, maybe I'll edit that out because it's just like not wonderful and kind of uncomfortable, and I like stuttered over my words even more so than I normally do. And I was feeling like all this tension, but like it is what it is. And the more we can push through us like actually being uncomfortable, I think the more we can grow. You may feel trapped right now by life conditions, and by drawing this card, the angels ask you to realize that you are the only jail keeper that ever surfaces in your own life. Whether you realize that you have the power to be free, whenever you realize that you have the power to be free, freedom follows. Everything that you choose to do in life is by choice, and you are free to choose again. Even prisoners are free to choose their thoughts so that they feel peace and happiness under any conditions. That is one truth. We can choose our thoughts. So our soul is free, and therefore we can choose our thoughts, even if we're in a position that we don't want to be in. The next time you begin a sentence with the words, I have to, please stop. Ask the angels to show you some alternatives. They will either help you complete the task from a loving mindset so that you don't feel trapped, or they will guide you to something else that you will love. And, you know, angels, we're just playing with the angels cards. You can call it spirit, you can call it source, you can call it God, you can call it anything. You don't have to call it anything. And if it doesn't resonate, by all means, just leave it. But freedom and joy and magic. That's what I got from this reading, and I'm good with that. I'm going to keep tuning into that for the rest of the day. Try to create some magic and tune in with joy. That's another one of those things, right? We can close our eyes and find a joyous thought, joyous feeling. Maybe not from fear and despair all the way to joy, but we can work our way up to that. And something very simple like remembering somebody's smile or laugh or your pet can give you that feeling of love and joy, even if your current circumstances are not like reflecting that back to you. But right, the more we can tune into those thoughts and those feelings on a more consistent basis, then that can start to reflect more in our outer world. Well, thanks for being here today and helping me shift my energy from melancholy to joy and magic and freedom. Yeah, I'm trying to hold that as long as I can, and I hope you do too. Aloha.